Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about calculation of collapse load for the frames. So this is the question. Find the collapse load for the frame shown and draw the collapse bending moment diagram. And this is the frame. So in this frame, we are having the column AB and beam BEC and then CD column. So column CD, here it is at D hinged support and here T a fixed support. And there exists horizontal load at joint B and vertical load at E in the span. Agree? So this is the column. And so this is the frame, and this in this column the length is L by 2, and this CD length is L by 2, and AB length is L by 2, and total beam span is L, and load is placed exactly at the center. So for this frame, first we have to find collapse load. That is what is asking, and after that we have to draw the bending moment diagram. Collapse BMD, bending moment diagram. Collapse bending moment diagram. So now, as I said, just by seeing or just by inspecting the given structure or given frame, we have to decide whether it will sway or not. So as we discussed, obviously in a given frame there exists a beam. So beam is mainly subjected to the vertical load. Because of that vertical load, it is subjected to the beam mechanism. No doubt, beam mechanism will take place. But we have to decide whether that given frame will sway or not. So if we decide that given frame is swaying, then combined mechanism is possible. So as I said, the true collapse load we are going to get only in combined mechanism. But this is the first time, so I'm going to explain how to calculate collapse load in beam mechanism, or by considering beam mechanism, and by considering sway mechanism, and then by considering combined mechanism. So just by inspecting, it will sway or not? As it will sway. The reason, loading is not symmetrical and structure is also not symmetrical. Why? Because here it is hinged and here it is fixed. So the structure is not symmetrical, and even loading, so sway load is laid. So sway load is there on this frame. So for sure, this load try to sway towards right. Okay, this load try to sway towards right. So obviously this given frame sways towards right. As the sway and beam mechanism both is possible and combined mechanism is possible for this frame, given frame. So true collapse load is only in combined mechanism. But as I said, this is the first case. I'm going to explain all the three possibilities. So first possibility, beam mechanism. So first possibility is beam mechanism. So in beam mechanism, we have to consider only BEC. That's it. No need to consider the columns. So I'm considering the beam mechanism. So BEC. So for the formation of beam mechanism, the hinges required are at B, E, and C. Agree. So now, as I said, BEC is like a fixed beam. So what is the collapse load for fixed beam? Center with a center point load, it is 8 MP by L. Here also the same. But let us do it once again. So this was the very first time. So we'll calculate all the things clearly. Okay. So this is the mechanism. So E is translated to E dash. Okay. So now BE is rotating in clockwise direction and EC is rotating in anti-clockwise direction. So obviously the moment. So how much moment the BC is having? MP. And AB is also MP and CD is also MP. So for all the members given in this diagram have same plastic moment carrying capacity, that is MP. Okay. So here plastic moment should develop in opposite direction. So C hinge is forming at C also. So here also it should be in opposite direction clockwise. Here it is anti-clockwise. And here same clockwise. So here it is anti-clockwise. Here it is clockwise. MP, MP. Now again, external work is called internal work. So apply principle of virtual work. External work is called internal work. So here external work is done by this load. See here horizontal load will not do anything in this beam mechanism. The reason in beam mechanism, the E has to come to E dash. So it will not sway. So horizontal load will not do any work in this case in beam mechanism. So we have to consider only vertical load. So what is the load? W into delta. Delta is nothing but E dash. How much it is? L by 2 theta. is equal to, here it is MP theta and here it is MP. So the here MP has to make here this theta 0 and here this MP has to make this theta 0. Okay, this theta 0. So MP theta plus theta same. The whatever we have discussed in the case of fixed beam, here also the same, MP theta. So finally how much? 2, 3, 4. So by 2 into 2. So collapse load in this case is 8 MP by L. So collapse load in the case of beam mechanism is 8 MP by L. Okay, now let us consider the sway mechanism. Possibility 2, sway mechanism. Sway mechanism. So in the for the given frame, so because of that loading, so it will sway towards right. So take that frame. So for the formation of sway mechanism, the hinges should develop at A, B, C, and at C here D is already hinged support. So at hinged support, the plastic hinge will not form. The reason the bending moment or moment carrying capacity of hinge is 0. It cannot take any moment. So wherever the moment can be taken or moment can be resisted or moment can be developed, at those locations only plastic hinges will form. Agree. So at C the plastic hinges will not form. So at D plastic hinge will not form. Now the deflected shape. So I'm showing with the dotted line. P dash. So here how much the sway amount? So sway is equal to BB dash. So this is BB dash CC dash. So take it as delta. So it is equal to L by 2 theta. Agree or not? So if we take this as theta, then obviously this is also theta. And here also this is theta. This is also theta. So obviously this is L by 10, this is L by 2. So this is how much? L by 2 theta. So now apply external work and internal work. So in this case also, if you observe in this case, the given frame is swaying. So here work is done by only horizontal load but not by vertical load. So vertical load will not do any work. So the work is done in the sway mechanism is by horizontal load. So write down the work, what is that? Principle of virtual work, sectional work. So this is W. So W into how much work it has done. So it has displaced the B from to B dash or C to C dash. So how much it is? L by 2 theta. This external work is equal to internal work. So here MP will develop here at A. So wherever the plastic hinge will form at all those locations, MP will develop. So here MP will develop, and here MP will develop, and here MP will develop. So at all the locations where the plastic hinge will develop, at all those locations MP will also develop. Now, so MP into theta at A plus MP into theta at B and MP into theta at C. So finally how much? 3 MP theta. So here it is 2. Theta will get cancelled. The collapse load is 6 MP by L. So this is the collapse load in sway mechanism. So this is how to calculate the collapse load in beam mechanism and collapse load in sway mechanism. So after that, let us see the combined mechanism. Okay. So I'm going to rub this beam mechanism. So third possibility. third possibility is combined mechanism. So combined mechanism is nothing but both beam and sway mechanism take place at a time. So for the as the given frame is swaying towards right, so combined mechanism. In combined mechanism, where the hinges will form for this given structure? At A, at E, at C. That's it. Why? Because D is already hinge, and at B it will not form. Why the hinge will not form at B? We have discussed in detail. So here no need to consider the formation of hinge at B in combined mechanism. So how the deflected shape? So this is the deflected shape of that given frame in combined mechanism. So now wherever the plastic hinge is formed at all those locations, MP will develop. So here MP will develop. So here plastic hinge is not formed. So no need to consider MP here. Okay. So as the load is acting at the center, so if it is theta, then here also it is theta. Agree. So here it is theta. Here also it is theta. And both the lengths are same. So if it is theta, then here also it is theta. Agree or not? And if we draw the tangent here, so here also it is theta. Agree or not? And at B, the hinge is not formed. So angle between these two members AB and BE remains same 90 degrees. So this theta and this theta is same here. Okay, the angle here and here is same. But here as hinge is formed, so this is considered as a hinged joint and this is rigid joint. As we discussed about the difference between rigid joint and hinged joint different previously and clearly. What is that? The angle between both the members remains same. Okay, before loading or after loading for a rigid joint. But for hinged joint, that is not the case. So here it is theta. But here see here, as here it is theta, that is the reason here it is theta. So why? Because these two are the parallel lines. So this is the tangent transverse. So the angles are same. In this case, both the thetas are happen to be same, but not in all the cases they are same. Okay, once again repeating, in this case, because of the lengths, as the length of the both the columns AB and CD is same, that is the reason theta here and theta here is same. But that is not true in all the cases. Okay, that will not happen in all the cases. In all the cases, the here angle and here angle is not same. Okay. So as we discussed, wherever the plastic hinge is formed, there plastic moment will develop. So here MP will develop, and here the plastic hinge is not forming. So no need to consider MP here. But at T the plastic hinge is forming. So consider MP. So MP is in opposite direction. This is MP here. Here it is MP. And at C the plastic hinge is forming. So the developed plastic hinge will develop the plastic moment. So plastic moment developed will make these two theta 0. So here it is in which direction? Anti-clockwise. So here it should be in clockwise direction, MP, 1 MP. And here this theta is in which direction? Clockwise. So it should be in anti-clockwise opposite to it, MP. Is it clear? This is the free body diagram. So now apply external work is equal to internal work. And one more thing. This is E dash. This is C dash. So we know that sway in this case is nothing but sway is equal to BB dash is equal to CC dash, which is equal to L by 2 theta. Sir. So this is L by 2 theta. So why? Because this is theta and this is L by 2. And E dash. So how much E dash? So E dash is nothing but this is E dash. So this is L by 2 and this is theta. So it is also L by 2 theta. Now in combined mechanism, both the loads will do work. Okay, in B mechanism only vertical load will do work, and in sway mechanism only horizontal load will do work. But in combined mechanism, both the loads will do work. Okay, so now write the principle of actual work. It means external work is called internal work. So for that I am erasing this. Second possibility is wave mechanism. So once take it down. Those who have not taken this, take it down first. Wave mechanism. Now write down principle of virtual work. So external work. So here, as we discussed, both horizontal and vertical load, both are doing work. The reason it has translated B from to B from B to B dash and E from E to E dash. Agree. So now external work. So W into how much it has transformed translated L by 2 theta. And here how much? W, the same W L by 2 theta. So this is external work. And internal work is done by the plastic moment. So at A, how much MP theta at A? So no need to consider at B. The reason non-formation of plastic hinge at B. The reason the net moment is less at B. Now at E. At B, the developed MP will make those two thetas 0. And at C. So at C also the developed plastic moment will make those two slopes 0. Theta and theta. So MP theta plus theta. Final how much? 2, 2. So 2 plus 1, 5. So finally this is half. So obviously WL theta is equal to 5 MP theta. So now theta will get cancelled. And we are left with collapse load is 5 MP by L. Now if you see three possibilities, all the three possibilities. First is beam mechanism, next is wave mechanism, third is combined mechanism. So out of all these three possibilities, where we got the less load? Combined mechanism. So as I said, so for example, if a given frame is swaying, so simply go for calculation of collapse load in combined mechanism. The reason we are going to get the true collapse load in combined mechanism if a given frame will sway. Clear? That is a thing you should remember. Okay, that is a concept you should remember. So you can take it for granted. So this is a true collapse load. This is true collapse load. So this is the first part in the question. So what is the first part in the question? Find the collapse load for the frame shown. So this is the collapse load. And after that is asking us to draw the bending moment diagram. So first you take it down. After that we'll see how to draw the bending moment diagram. Okay. So see, he's asking the collapse bending moment diagram. It means at collapse. So at collapse, what is the situation? So as it is going to collapse, the given frame is going to collapse in combined mechanism. So hinges are formed at A, E and C, but not at B. So wherever the hinges are formed, there the plastic moment, how much the moment is? MP, plastic moment carrying capacity is having. So but we don't know how much moment is at B. So if we know the moment at B, then we can draw the bending moment diagram for this given frame. So first let us find the moment at B. The reason we don't know the moment at B, the reason why we don't know as at B, the hinge is not forming, so we don't know the moment at B. If hinge is formed at B, then the moment is MP. That is what given in the question, which is equal to, so what is the true collapse load? W is equal to how much? 5 MP by L. Okay, so from this MP is nothing but for WL by 5. So MP is known to us. So now let us consider, so we have to calculate the moment at B. So for that consider beam. B, C, so here the load, how much W, so which is equal to 5 MP by L, and here it is G. So at all these locations, so here T the plastic hinge is formed and at C plastic hinge is formed, but at B the plastic hinge is not formed. Okay, so now I am going to consider the free body diagram of FBD, free body diagram of BE and free body diagram of EC. So if we see the, let us first consider the free body diagram of EC. So free body diagram of EC. So this is free body diagram of EC. Now the total load here is 5 MP by L, but we don't know how much the BE is going to share in this 5 MP by L and EC is going to share in this 5 MP by L. So for that, we know the moment at C. How much the moment at C? The moment at C is MP, and that too it is in which direction? So EC is rotating in which direction? Anti-clockwise. So the moment should be in clockwise. MP. And here also at E, again clockwise. So this is E and this is C. So now if we consider, if we remember the strength of materials concept, so in strength of materials, so this is the simply support. Assume that in the simply support beam there acts a moment anywhere, whether it at a support or at a, anywhere in the span. Assume that here there acts a moment m. Now what are the reactions? So here how much moment is acting? The moment is acting m in which direction? Anti-clockwise. So now the reaction should resist this moment. So that the reaction should develop opposite resistive moment. Agree or not? The reaction should develop opposite resistive moment. So here it is anti-clockwise. So now the reaction should develop clockwise. So in this direction they should develop the moment. So both are coupled. Okay, both are coupled. So how much? M by L. Moment is M. So this is, so see here. This is anti-clockwise and these reactions are developed in clockwise. So in this way, this beam, this moment M is being resisted by the reactions in this beam. Apply the same concept. So here clockwise MP and clockwise MP. Agree or not? And this span is L by 2. So this span is L by 2. So how much the reaction? So total moment is M. So total moment M is equal to, both are clockwise, so 2 MP. Now what are the reactions? So reactions at RA and RC, how much it is? So the reaction should be in anti-clockwise direction. So as they are clockwise, so the reaction should be in anti-clockwise direction. So like this is the direction. So anti-clockwise. So it means here it should be downward and here it should be upward. Agree or not? So the reaction should develop anti-clockwise. As the reason, the moment is in clockwise. So how much the reaction? So reaction is total moment by length. So how much the length here? Length here is L by 2. So total moment is 2m. So L by 2. How much it is finally? The reaction is 4 MP by L. 4 MP by L. So now in this 5 MP by L, EC is going to take 4 MP by L and then obviously BC is going to take MP by L. So how much the reaction value? 4 MP by L. Agree? Now consider the free body diagram of B. So just now the total load is 5 MP by L. In this 5 MP by L, 4 MP by L is taken by BC. So obviously here it should take how much? MP by L. So it is downward. So here it should be upward how much? MP by L. Agree? So here reactions are developing which moment? Clockwise moment. So reactions are developing clockwise moment. How much the magnitude? So MP into L. So total is MP into L. And we know that at E in this form, so the moment will be the MP. The moment value will be MP. And in which direction? So B is rotating in which direction? Clockwise. The moment should be in anti-clockwise. MP. So assume that here also moment MB. We don't know this MB value. We have to find this value MB. Okay, we have to find this value MB. Agree or not? So consider this is in anti-clockwise. So consider this is also anti-clockwise. This is also anti-clockwise. Both are anti-clockwise. So what is the total moment? Now reaction in this case is equal to, so total moment. So total moment is MP plus MB. So by L by 2 by L. So this is the reaction. So we know that reaction is how much? MP. So reaction we know it as MP. From this we can just now we have calculated the reaction. So equate it to MB by MP by L. Equate it to MP by L. So upon equating it, so L will get cancelled. So here take this 2 to this side. So how much it is? MP by 2. How much here? MP by 2. So finally MB is nothing but minus MP by 2. So minus means opposite to the direction assumed. So what is the direction we have assumed here? So the direction what we have assumed here is anti-clockwise, but in real it will be in clockwise. That is the meaning of this negative. So now MP is equal to minus. So it means it is what is the direction? It should be clockwise. It should be clockwise, not anti-clockwise. So initially we have assumed anti-clockwise direction, but it should be clockwise direction. So that is the value of MP. So we know MB, moment at B. So as the hinge is not forming at B, so we don't know its value. So we have to find this value, MB. So take down. So we know the values at all the joints. So now let us see how the collapse bending moment diagram. So take it down. Okay, previously we have calculated the moment at joint B, that is MB, right? So we have calculated the moment at joint B, that is MB, is equal to MP by 2. This is what we have discussed, right? In our last sessions. Now, based on this value and other values, okay, other moment values at rest of the joints, we need to draw the collapse bending moment diagram. It means here we are going to discuss about how to draw the collapse bending moment diagram for the frame. We have discussed, okay, we have discussed already. Clear? Before going into draw the collapse bending moment diagram for that frame, what we have discussed, first let me represent values and directions of the moments at each and every joint. Then our job to draw the bending moment diagram will be easy. Is that okay? Here mainly two things are required. Here mainly two things are required to draw the bending moment diagram easily. What are those two things? First, to represent moment. Okay, first to represent moment and its direction. Okay, moment's magnitude and its direction at each and every joint. And one second point is knowing the bending moment sign convention. So once I repeat, by knowing these two things, we can draw the bending moment diagram for any structure easily. What are those things? First, representing the values and magnitude of the moment at each and every joint. And along with this moment representation, we need to represent the given loading condition for the frame also. Is that okay? So the given loading condition for the frame also we need to represent, and after that one should have the knowledge of sign convention of the bending moment. So by knowing these two things, we can easily draw the bending moment diagram. Therefore I'm going to do these two things here. Okay, I'm going to do these two things here, and later we'll see how the bending moment diagram for the frame we have discussed. Okay, so first here I'm representing the moments. Okay, first here I'm representing the moments and loading conditions for the given frame. So this is the joint A, and this is the joint B, and this is the joint C, and this is the joint, sorry, here where the load is there, externally acting load, W. So this is C, and this will be D. Okay, this is D, this is the joint D, and this is E. And here where it is hinged joint, and here where it is fixed support. Is that okay? Now let me represent the moment directions and magnitudes also. This is MP. Here as here plastic hinge is forming, hence here it is MP. But here at joint B, I have repeated number of times. At joint B there is no plastic hinge. Hence the moment at joint B is unknown, which is what we have calculated as MP by 2, right? So here the moment value is MP by 2 and clockwise direction. See here, directions are also very important. Obviously it should be anti-clockwise, MP by 2. So here at D the plastic hinge is forming. Therefore moment value is MP. Okay, clockwise, and here it should be anti-clockwise. Is that clear? So this is the moment. Okay, this is the moment directions and values and given loading condition for the frame. Okay, for the frame. Is that okay? This is the first thing. Now let us see the bending moment sign convention. Coming to the bending moment sign convention, I guess most of you are familiar with it, right? Why? Because we have started learning the sign convention of bending moment in our strength of material subject. Therefore, everyone of us are familiar with that sign convention, but still it is required here. As I said, two things are very much required to draw the bending moment diagram. That to collapse bending moment diagram. So those two things I am going to discuss here. The first thing is this representation. Now second thing is sign convention. So coming to the sign convention of bending moment, as I said, everyone of us are familiar. Sign convention. Okay. So we decide whether the given bending moment is positive or negative based on whether it is sagging or hogging. So this is positive, means sagging. So this is negative hogging. As I said, very simple. Okay, it is very simple. So here this particular moment, bending moment is a positive, means it is going to sag the structure. Okay, it is going to sag the structure. And here these particular moments are going to hog the structure. It means whenever there is a two moments, then we can decide whether that moment is sagging or hogging very easily. But when we are drawing bending moment diagram, we consider only one moment at a time. So when we are considering only one moment at a time, then how to decide whether that bending moment is sagging or hogging? Now listen carefully. This is what matters a lot. Why? Because if we show like this, it means if we show the beam like this or any span like this, and if we represent moments on that span, what I have shown on the board, then we can easily decide whether it is sagging or hogging. But the real thing arises, but the real issue arises when we consider one moment at a time, which is what we do usually. It means whenever we are drawing bending moment diagram, we consider either from right or left of the span. And when we are considering right or left of a span, we'll come across with only one moment at a time. Okay, we come across with only one moment at a time. So there where, as I said, issue arises to decide whether it is sagging or hogging. Then how to decide whether that moment is sagging or hogging? Let us see. This is what very important to be noted. But this hogging is positive and this hogging is negative and sagging is positive is very simple thing, you know, right? Now let us see. So this is left, right? And this is the right, means right hand side, left hand side. Now whenever we are considering from the left, okay, here also this is valid for here this case also. So whenever we are considering from the left, okay, whenever we are considering from the left, from this side, now see, this direction is clockwise, right? Here I will write clockwise. Okay, I'll represent with other color so that there will be no confusion. So this is clockwise, right? So whenever we are considering from the left, the clockwise is positive, means sagging. So whenever we are considering from the left, the clockwise moment sags that span. Okay, try to sag that span. So hence it is positive. In the same way, whenever we are considering from the left, the anti-clockwise. See here it is anti-clockwise, right? So here it is anti-clockwise. Here it is anti-clockwise. So whenever we are considering from the left, the anti-clockwise is negative, means it try to hog the structure or hog the span. Hence it is negative. Is that clear, everyone? So once I repeat. So whenever you are considering from the left, if the moment is clockwise, then it is positive bending moment. Means that positive bending moment try to sag the structure. Hence we consider it. Hence in drawing the bending moment diagram, we consider it as a positive. In the same way, whenever we are considering from the left, if the moment direction is anti-clockwise, then it try to hog the structure. Therefore, in drawing the bending moment diagram, we represent that bending moment as a negative. In the same fashion, if it is from right, okay, in similar way, if we consider from the left, it is a opposite case, just opposite case. It means if we consider from the left, here the direction of the moment is anti-clockwise, right? Similar right here, anti-clockwise, right? Anti-clockwise. But still it is positive when we are considering from the right. In the same way, in this case, if we consider from the right, then here it is clockwise, right? But it is negative. That is why don't remember clockwise as positive or anti-clockwise as negative. So that is a sign convention to be followed when we are dealing with end moments. But whenever we are dealing with bending moment, then we have to decide the sign of the bending moment or sign of the moment by going with this procedure. It means if it is sagging, positive. If it is hogging, negative. So how to decide a single moment as sagging or hogging? This is the way. It means consider either from the left or right. If you are considering from the left and moment comes to be clockwise, then it is positive. If moment is anti-clockwise, then it is negative. In the same way, opposite. Okay, if you consider from the opposite side, means right side, the opposite, the case. It means if it is anti-clockwise, then the moment is sagging, positive. If it is clockwise, then moment is negative. Is that okay? As I said, these two are the required things which we have discussed. Now let us see the bending moment diagram for that frame. Is that okay? Now let us see the bending moment diagram for the frame. So I am going to rub this sign convention. Now see here, I am starting from here. Means if I start from A, it means I am considering that given frame from the left side. So left side. See here, which one here? Left side. Here it is. Which direction? Try to tell. Here it is anti-clockwise, right? Here it is anti-clockwise. So from left side, if it is anti-clockwise, negative. So I represent negative in this side here. Okay, MP. Now here it is clockwise. Okay, here it is clockwise. Sorry, here it is also anti-clockwise. Clear? Anti-clockwise, undoubtedly it is positive. At right side it is positive. How much? MP by 2. Here it is negative and here it is positive. MP by 2. Okay. Now this is A and this is B. Clear? Now for this span BD, there acts a point load. So first draw the bending moment diagram for the span because of this point load. We know it is a triangle. Okay. This is the bending moment diagram for the span BD. Okay, this is the bending moment diagram for the span BD because of this point load. Now let us draw the diagram, bending moment diagram for these n moments. Now see here, it is MP by 2 when we are considering from the left side for the span BD. Then here this moment sign should be positive, means sagging. So here this is how we are going to represent here. And at D, this MP try to hog the given frame, okay, or given span. Obviously it is negative. Okay, right hand side, this is the right hand side. If this is left, then it should be right. So at right it is which direction? Clockwise direction. Hence obviously it is negative MP. So this whole is positive and this is negative. Clear? Now coming to the span DE. So this one at E, mechanical hinge is present. Hence moment value is 0. So no need to represent here moment. So it is 0 value here. Okay, 0 value. And here it is which direction? It is in which direction? Clockwise. Okay, sorry. Here it is anti-clockwise. Sorry, not clockwise, anti-clockwise. So left side anti-clockwise, negative. Negative. Now I'm going to shade the bending moment diagram so that we can identify it clearly. So this is the collapse bending moment diagram for the frame, what we have discussed already. Okay. So this is the collapse bending moment diagram. Collapse BMD. This is a collapse bending moment diagram. Is that okay? This one. Take it out.